What's up, y'all? This is There Go Darren, hosted by yours truly, Darren. And today, I'll be making bold NBA predictions. The season is hours away. We got some pretty top tier matchups. But I could not let this opening day go by without me dropping a video of what I think is gonna be the MVP and the defensive player of the year, the worst team in the league, and who's gonna win that championship. Who do I believe that's gonna win that championship? That coveted. I cannot remember the you know what? That ain't even important. We gonna start off real hot with who I think is gonna be the worst team in the league. I don't think many people are gonna agree with me, but I think it's gonna be the Washington Wizards. I think Jordan Poole is gonna be very inconsistent with his scoring. He might give you 41 night, you might get 5. And that just goes for this team and their identity. They have a really good strong point guard in Tyus Jones who might keep them in the line. But he had a very good, solid structure with Memphis, and now he's gonna be playing out that structure. And I don't know how that's gonna react. They got Kuzma, and they got that young rookie, Bilal. Cool. I don't know how to say his last name. That French last name. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. I will get to learn it in the middle of the season, and we'll definitely come back to this team. Let's see how my predictions went. But yeah, I just see them being a very just young, inconsistent team. Have a lot of growing brains to go through. You already saw in the preseason they're kind of getting at each other's neck. So that's just my who I think is gonna be my worst team of the NBA season. And then next we're gonna go with the rookie of the year. Now I believe if he plays enough games that is already won, it's in the bag. He can't lose this award. And it's Victor Wembanyama. His two-way ability is he's too good. He could play defense and offense. He's shown that he can really do it all. I'm talking about score from 30 and score from inside. It's gonna be a mismatch. His length is too much for most players in the NBA. Pause, pause, pause on that. But it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be a lot to deal with. He's very skillful, and I think the team of the Spurs is gonna be way better than what people really predict. I like the young guys like Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell. Zach Collins is gonna be a good big to run with him. They're very versatile, and I also like Trey Jones. And you got Pop out there, you know, coaching. He's one of the best coaches in the league. He's gonna put a system out there. They're gonna pass the ball well, but they're gonna make it so where a point of emphasis is to feed Victor Wembanyama, and I think he's earned it. You've seen him in this preseason really play with the best of them, and him put in work, put in absolute work, man. And yeah, okay. Now we got guys like Scoot Henderson and Chet, but I feel like their role in their team is gonna be a lot smaller than what Wembanyama's gonna have. Wembanyama's gonna be that center. He's gonna be that guy, that main man from day one. Ain't nobody taking the ball away from him. He's the one that's getting the ball. All right. The next award I'm gonna go through is most improved player, and ooh, do not kill me for this. I've been saying this for the last few years. I've been ready for this man's resurgence. Y'all might know who I'm talking about now. I'm gonna go with Ben Simmons, man. Ben Simmons is looked fantastic. He's been very underwhelming with injuries the last few years. Injuries, mental health stuff, all of it. And I think it's time. He looked good in the preseason. He looked very good in the preseason. And I'm ready for him to get back to that 15, 8 rebounds and like 7 assists type first team all defense. That's gonna be key, and the Nets are gonna be. I feel like they're gonna be right in that playoff race. They are a very good team, and I feel like it's gonna be how far he goes, how good he is how far they go at this point. Because Mikal Bridges is gonna be feeding off somebody. He doesn't have to be the main offender, and he can focus on scoring. If Ben Simmons is playing the way he has to play, am I wrong? They got Spencer Dinwiddie still, Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton. Honestly, this team has a lot of defensive potential regardless, and I feel like he can be the main recipe in that, and be the main distributor and playmaker for this team. And I feel like this might put him back where he needs to be as a player, and where he's kind of been at his whole career, minus the last 2 or 3 years, where he kind of, been battling all that stuff. And yeah, so my most improved player of the year will be Ben Simmons. This next award, Defensive Player of the Year. If you know me, you know what I'm gonna say. It's not even a question. It's gonna be Anthony Davis. I feel like he's gonna. I hope, I pray he stays healthy enough to get this award. He's gonna play good enough to get this award. One thing never leaves Anthony Davis. No matter how bad he's scoring, his defense will always be there. He will always be the best defender on this Lakers team. He holds it down. He's versatile. He plays out on the perimeter. He plays out in the paint. Very strong. We need to see an improved, interior defense whenever guarding people like Jokic. But it's Jokic. It's not a lot you can do. Jokic tore him up in the playoffs last year. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. He tore him up, but I feel like he's gonna take this year very personal. A few preseason games and preseason game highlights I watched, and like he really took everything personal from last year. And I'm very excited to see his motor and how hard he's gonna work this year, and how he's gonna propel this team to great heights. We're talking about MVP conversations, and with that being said, that would be the next thing we talk about is the MVP race. And there's a lot of choices. There's a lot of good choices out there. I even thought about even saying Anthony Edwards. I hear a lot of Zion's. I don't think Zion's making it. Anthony Edwards, he might be a top seed in the West next year, and he might take a very big leap to do that. Jason Tatum with his new team, but I feel like that team's a little bit too stacked. Any of the Suns, big three, well, not Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is not winning an MVP. But definitely Book and Kevin Durant will have a conversation. Curry might have a conversation. Anthony Davis is going to have a conversation. But my guy that I'm going to pick is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think the spacing on this team is going to be unbelievable, and it's going to free him up to do whatever he wants offensively, and we're still going to get that help side defender Giannis that we've been getting almost his whole career. Maybe he'll be on the ball more with the absence of Jrue Holiday and the inclusion into the team with Damian Lillard. And he's still going to be paired up with Brook Lopez. It's probably going to take out a lot of interior defense of the responsibility. But I feel like Giannis offensively should take a leap. He's He's gonna take everything personally this year. You know how he gets after he loses something and they lost in the first round. He is gonna try to prove it. He just got a new contract. He is gonna try to prove his worth. One of the most high motor players. If he can just keep his game in control, that would be number 3 for him, right? He can get his second or third MVP. My bad, my memory is spotty with a few of these type of stats and all that. And yeah, and now the hardest decision to make. There are a big group of contenders. Not a big group of contenders. There's about 4 or 5 teams. Got teams like the Suns, the Lakers, Denver in the West. And even a team like people like Minnesota and New Orleans think they can slide in there. Golden State. The West is, there's a lot of good teams out west. And you got the East. Miami's, as we seen last year, that they're always in it. And Boston made key improvements that I think can propel them to another finals berth. And you have the what team did I just miss? Milwaukee. We just talked about them with Giannis, with the acquisition of Dame. And honestly, I'm making this decision on the spot. I think I'm gonna go with the Denver Nuggets. I think they're going to get out west again. Jokic is going to be too good again. Jamal Murray is going to be too good again. That bench depth they have is going to come up big. I know they lost Bruce Brown, but I feel like Peyton Watson and Najee and all those guys, they're going to pick up that slack. And you got Christian Braun, who saw a ton of productive minutes. Michael Porter Jr. still there. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope still there. Aaron Gordon is still there. That team is just strong and balanced, and they can still improve. They're not old. They're not old at all. The Suns, I doubt the Suns, to be honest, due to there not being enough possessions in the game. There's not enough balls on the court to give Bradley Beal their interior defense. I have to see it to believe it. I've seen Frank Vogel without the correct personnel. He got fired from the Lakers because he didn't have the right defensive personnel. I'm not saying that team can't defend, but they still have no answer for Jokic. Your answer for Jokic is Nurkic. What is your answer for Jamal Murray? They found out what to do with Kevin Durant. Put Aaron Gordon on him. He's not effective. He was not that effective on Aaron Gordon, in my opinion. Putting like a Christian Braun on Booker or Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on Booker and Bradley Beal, Michael Porter Jr. They just got people that can really throw at their 3 best players. It match up well, and I don't think the Suns have a matchup for their best players. And the Lakers, who is probably the 3rd team that can put up a fight, and I don't think we have the coaching to do it. And we're gonna be relying on a LeBron at his age to really put it on, and Anthony Davis, it's gonna get grueling. I think it's gonna be grueling. We need to see my team, the Lakers are my team, and I'm saying this. We're gonna see some improvements in Vanderbilt. We did not get to see a lot of them in preseason. But not to say we don't have a chance at all. But I'm gonna go Denver out west. my pick is gonna be the versatile Boston Celtics are gonna get back there. I know Joe Mazzulla is not the coach that everybody wants him to be yet. I know it's his first year and he showed a lot to be desired. But Drew Holiday, this thing about having to dribble the ball up the court. Oh, we meet Drew Holiday, or you might beat Derek White, or you might meet Jaylen Brown, or you might meet Jason Tatum. And then man in the paint, it's gonna be Kristaps Porzingis, who's a strong and lengthy, versatile defender that can really guard the paint, and Al Horford, who does really well against people like Giannis and Joel Embiid. We seen that man really limit those big guys out west, and it'll be a very good matchup if we saw a Denver and Boston finals. Now, as a Laker fan, I hope Boston does not win the finals, so I have Denver going in and repeating in like 6 or 7 games. Michael Malone is going to talk so much trash about the Lakers, especially they beat us again. But I'm going to have faith tonight that we're going to beat them. And we're going to show that we are the spirited team. Go Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, man. I'm so ready for this season. I'm so hyped, man. I hope y'all are too. Because I think this season is going to be one of the best seasons we ever had in the NBA. And with that being said, I'm going to peace out. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day or night. And I am out.